Affirmative. I see it.
I'm not getting that many green lights though, to be honest. There we go.
Look up. You see it? They're forming a cluster. The pressure is increasing dramatically. They're running over on the generator.
I have no idea what happened.
Damn! If this keeps up...
Don't you give up now. You wanted this fight, so fight!
Yeah, I'm not getting any green lights right now, so I'm not sure I'm gonna solve this one.
The field keeps shrinking. Do something about it, will you? Renitra, are you there? What's going on with you? Fuck! Stay in touch, yeah? Huh. Good one. You could have warned me before you bugger off someplace. Where are you?
Yasna, get up. We're getting out of here. Yasna, get off your ass. The field's almost gone.
Where the hell have you been?
I had to secure my people. We can't stay here anymore. It's too exposed. We have to run.
But where?
Isn't it obvious? Condor.
You don't actually expect anyone on the ship to have survived, do you?
I'm not that naive. I need the Condor itself.
I'm not sure how to
In order to...
fucking get up
We
here.
have the entire arsenal of our flagship at our disposal. We might be losing now, but it doesn't mean we can give up. We'll send the Cyclops out to fight.
Cyclops? That's a code name for...
It's more of a moniker for an 80-ton machine with firepower exceeding all Antimates combined. usually use it in conditions of high radiation contamination, enormous pressures and temperatures. Due to the interference of the force field, it floats several feet above the ground, so it doesn't depend on the surface. In addition to the Dirac's force field, it has an antimatter spherical blaster, and it has the most advanced electronic brain at our disposal. Defeat is not an option.
But I hope you're right, because I've heard about your power more than once. And all I see is one defeat after another.
In this case, Yasna, it's not just empty boasting. Sending the Cyclops somewhere is like giving the task to the devil himself. Look, I'm giving you a simple choice, Yasna. Are you going or not?
Go where there could be water, medicine, resources, or stay here to die. Wow, such a hard choice. I hope I won't regret it. Too bad you didn't mention earlier that you had a working saucer. We could fly to Condor right away. Or even into orbit.
Working is a big word. It's just a tin can with a couple of sputtering engines. Controlling it technically doesn't work.
Somehow it does not surprise me. Let's fly.
Just a minute. I'm waiting for the force field to shut down, which should be soon.
Hold on, was it? He's not here.
Regis, he took his men to the ship. They're inside now. You had rather a hard landing.
How do you know all this?
Well, I heard him talking to them. To you.
Didn't he notice I wasn't responding?
Yes, he did. He said he'd be back.
Okay, let's get on with it, shall we, lads?
He expected me to wait here. He's sorely mistaken.
Oh, I guess our landing could have been better.
It's to be expected that we'll lose communications as soon as you enter the cargo bay.
Wow. It's impressive.
The Condor?
Yes.
It looked majestic in the pictures.
In real life, too. I think I know where a hitcher is.
Indeed. You'll have
So that's their marvel of military technology. Hitcher wastes no time.
Is it attacking already?
For now, he's only released the Cyclops, as they call it.
The hell is he thinking?
It's floating majestically, 3 meters above the ground.
Ah. What does it look like? Must admit that I haven't seen any pictures of the Cyclops. The Alliance tried to keep its existence a secret, so there are a lot of unsubstantiated legends about it.
For a machine of destruction. Quite inconspicuous, I'd say. Sort of like a massive, heavily armed spinning top.
Spinning top? That's unexpected. If only we could get hold of its blueprints.
This is hardly the time, Astrogator.
Yes. And there's one more thing, Yasna. This is important. I'll be able to confirm it in a while, but so far everything indicates...
What is it, Astrogator?
Headquarters were right about the Invincible. It's actually flying here. If I'm reading the message correctly, they'll be here in a few days. They're looking for the missing Condor. And they have no idea of the danger.
Everything makes sense now. They were coming to rescue their people from the very beginning. Not to gain some imaginary advantage over us.
One doesn't exclude the other, but yes. Turns out it's mostly about the Condor.
We'll say it's kind of freaking awesome ship, though. At least design-wise, when you're standing down on the ground looking up. Would be fun as hell to watch that thing fight, you know? Oh well, can't get everything.
I'm in the cargo hold.
Understood. Over out.
There's dead people everywhere here. What the hell? This is a massive ship. Freaking awesome.
You came after all. In vain. The elevator won't start without a card. I can't give you mine, so...
Hey, are you sure you can't help me somehow?
What are you muttering? I can't hear you clearly.
Rahitra, come on, don't be silly.
Over and out.
Rahitra. Ugh.
Then I'm gonna go over here. So I would assume this can actually do something for us. If I can get up, that is.
It's a one-way trip.
Well, if I get up to the bridge like this, I'm not gonna say the security is all that handy, to be honest. But I'm fine with that. This guy has a card, I would assume, or what? No?
Whether you like it or not, I'm coming to you, Rahitra. Okay. Not quite at the bridge yet, but I'm getting closer. Much closer, Rahitra. It must be the medical wing. Surprisingly, everything's still running. Was Rahitra here?
Medical note, the patient on day 1 of admission, organ functions normal, body temperature normal, CRP normal, visible anxiety disorder affecting extract EEG, and sleeping problems. The patient has been deepening his knowledge about the reversal in astrophysical phenomena throughout recent years, 3 weeks and 2 days away from the theory of white hole. The antithesis of a black hole. According to the patient, a white hole expels what has been absorbed by a black hole. Well, you can read it. It's all good. Well, I think it's been dead for a while. Nothing of interest there. Kind of want a card. Protection against the flies. Chemical methods. EAPA can be given to the crew before going to Regis III surface. Too long waiting period before taking effect crossed out. Significantly reduce the crew's ability to perform tasks. Dead end, okay.
They considered even the most absurd forms of protection against a cloud. And I don't blame them.
These guys are dead tired. We've been studying too hard. Time to take a break, guys. Could you please move? Thank you. According to the last field report received just before we lost comms, there's one case of resistance to fly actively documented thus far. Despite meeting the cloud, one of the technicians didn't show symptoms of a memory erasure and remain cognitively functional. Simply told, flies doesn't seem to be interested in him. We assume that upon the first contact with the cloud, probably because of stress, he fell into a natural stupor, which caused temporary deprivation of brain activity. It is likely that the cloud then took him for a neutralized individual and thus permanently classified him as harmless. Only a guesswork hypothesis, since whatever we have, nothing will lack data.
Huh. Is that why the flies didn't wipe out all of my memory? Because I fell into a natural stupor.
Protecting against the flies, electric camouflage. The wiped out the brain shows little electrical activity, and according to the latest report, flies are no longer interested in their victims. Conclusion: we need to hide the activity of healthy brains. Cap of invisibility, thin metal mesh under the hair, emission of weak electrical impulses, imitating an erased brain. No available test objects. Without further test, this is just a prototype. Okay.
It makes some sense, I guess.
Thank you.
Different sections. Different elevator cards. They really overdo it with the security measures around here. I guess I still have some time to look around.
The graphics is really nice in the game, though. I will say that. Just gonna have a poke around here, just in case. Dead tired.
He couldn't get out. Poor bastard. Regis must have given them something to calm them down, as he did in a hideout.
Oh yeah, Lander, that's the guy who was crawling around. Good, true. So we should probably have some more guys here.
Around here somewhere.
And that's Pluskas, okay.
This soporific could be useful, although I prefer not to have to use it.
We all know where this is going, right? Someone's gonna have a little nap. It's definitely not me. Professor Azima found outside the base of the 24th day of the mission. Symptoms like awareness, akinesia, mutism, amnesia, no response to complex stimuli. Cause unknown. Wake-ups at 46th day of the mission. Time for research process, 22 days. Okay. Oh, the grave tapper. Okay, function of registering the conscious records of an already dead brain. Method sending electrical impulses through those nerve fibers, which on terminal state form functional entirety. Yeah, I don't think you need to read about it. If you do, just pause. We already used that digger on our crew members early on. Application for permission to develop private projects. I firmly believe that the bold vision of the fantasy writer working on the pseudonym Lem can be executed. Didn't I say Stanislaw Lem is actually the writer? I did, didn't I? Yep. So I would assume this is a little tribute to the author of the books the game is based on. I firmly believe the bold vision of the fantasy writer working on the pseudonym Lem can be executed. The entirety of cosmic knowledge will no longer be preserved on materials of natural origins. Books will take the form of crystals inscribed with the content. Well, you guys can read it if you want to. These crystals can be read using the aforementioned Opton. I'm designing it to resemble a book, but with one singular page between the covers. Single touch will be sufficient to turn the page. I'm not sure if Lem adds some crazy wild sci-fi ideas. It kind of wants me to actually look more into the guy. But it kind of sounds like a... well, you know, a little pad. We have plenty of those these days. So I will absolutely say that it's kind of cool. It's a case.
Trying to slow me down?
I didn't design these elevators, if that's what you're asking.
No, that's not it. You can clearly control them, but... never mind.
Dirac field. Ready to activate. Spherical thrower. Anti-protons. Oh, it'll be hell.
Rahitra!
Here. Now that you're here, why don't you help me?
With what?
With the probes. They're over the battlefield. I do have visuals from the Cyclops here, but I can't do everything on my own. Oh, wait. Activity's increasing. They're coming. Are you helping or not? Come on, Yasna. It's about to start. I can't wait any longer.
All right. Okay, I'm ready. What am I looking at?
It'll be... number 5, a long-range one. It sees the entire perimeter. Better switch to a closer one.
There's the Cyclops.
Great. Force field activation.
I confirm. Field active. The cloud's within reach.
I'm shooting.
The close range is dead.
No wonder. It's boiling over there.
The field is shrinking.
Calm down, Yasna. It will hold.
Whoa!
Oh, beautiful. It's not a machine, it's the devil himself. I'm telling you. Shit! I'm losing connection. Do you see anything?
They're creating a tight formation. A cyclone.
Fucking shit!
That can't be good, right? What was that?
You tell me. Can't you see anything?
The mid-range is dead.
How about the long range?
The long range works. The cloud has stopped attacking. The Cyclops is... Huh?
What is it doing? What did you see? Yasna!
The Cloud won.
What? You said...
Don't count on the Cyclops anymore. Circus must have gone haywire. It shot down the probes. Now it's probably operating with a new goal. Like all those machines earlier.
I don't understand.
We're gonna get
How?
bugged up.
Pure madness.
Hey, at least we still have the Invincible.
Don't mock me.
I'm not mocking you, Rahitra. They really are flying here. They'll be here in about... Just hold on for a moment. I'll find out.
Use a radio control station? Are you freaking kidding me? Where the hell should I find that? Here? No?
Are you there? This is the commander of the IC Dragonfly unit, Astrogator Novik.
I'm here, Astrogator. Unfortunately, I don't have good news. The Cyclops got out of control.
What do you mean?
Just like the other machines. Now, it'll wander around aimlessly. Or even worse.
I had a feeling it would end like this. Do you know what Rahitra is planning now?
I have no idea.
Well, then I need to talk to him.
You, sir?
Yes. Can you switch me somehow?
Okay. I'm switching you to the bridge. He should be able to hear you now. Done. Please talk.
Hello, Condor. This is Astrogator Novik, commander of the IC Dragonfly ship. I repeat, this is Astrogator Novik to the crew of the USCA Condor cruiser. Please come in.
Could you stop with all these? Rohitra, Engineer Rohitra. Among our crew, I'm the last man standing, so to speak, which I guess makes me commander. Who would have thought?
In that case, I'm making an official request to join our forces, to prevent the danger that threatens both sides.
Oh, enough, Novik. That's enough. I agree, officially, and all that jazz. We're already taking steps to eliminate the threat. I'd even say that your crew is working on it pretty damn actively. We stopped playing defense and took the fight to them. The Cloud suffered significant losses. As a counterattack, though, it disrupted our communications.
Playing defense sounds a lot better than we're getting our asses kicked.
Doctor, not now, please.
No, it's true. Fighting against the Cloud is exceptionally difficult. But any opponent can be defeated. All it takes is the right tool.
Meaning what exactly? Let me remind you that we're dealing with a dispersed entity whose technological prowess is still unknown. And it has so far destabilized every machine sent its way. Even the most specialized ones.
That's why I'll keep it simple this time. No electro brains, no memory, only pure energy.
You still haven't answered me, Rahitra. Please, just tell me straight. What are you up to?
I'm arming the charges.
Arming what? Explosives, cluster munitions?
Hydrogen.
What? Rahitra? Are you serious?
Damn right. I won't leave all this unresolved.
How many warheads do you have?
54. From 30 kilos to 100 megatons.
Oh, that's quite an arsenal. Over the top, I'd say.
We really do have enough power.
That's an understatement, Doctor. That amount of energy could rip the planet to pieces.
I'm not an idiot. I won't send everything at once. I'm preparing 8 smaller warheads to start with.
And then?
We'll see.
Are you sure this is a good idea, Rahitra?
Listen, Yasna, I know how it must look to you. A hot-headed guy from the Alliance who wants to use nukes. But put yourself in my my shoes. I have 24 hours tops of complete situational awareness. I'm taking action here and now based on my best judgment. I don't know what will happen later. Where will I wake up? In what condition? So I'm going to avenge my people before that happens and ensure the safety of those who survived. They all deserve better than this. I know you understand. You're like me. You would do anything for your crew.
I'm not sure. We mentioned not the cloud threatens humanity. It doesn't really. You won't say even. I get it. I like you. Sure. I'm just not sure. Cloud doesn't threaten anyone except for the ones here. Come on, this is a hard choice.
Look, I understand how you feel, but you can't approach this problem in terms of revenge. We are dealing with creations of necro-evolution, dead evolution, probably non-sentient ones. Taking revenge on the cloud is like...
Whipping the ocean for sinking a ship?
Exactly. Like Xerxes, we won't gain anything from a mindless attack. On the other hand, knowledge about these creations may turn out to be crucial in helping their victims. In helping you, Regis.
My memory, you could...
It's possible.
Well, thank you.
What for? I haven't done anything.
For reminding me of my mom. But as long as the cloud is a threat to others, my condition comes second.
You, Regis, are still reasoning as though we were standing face to face with a thinking opponent. What if these beings are not our enemy at all?
Oh, good one. Are you forgetting how many of us they've already killed?
I will never forget, Regis. Still, I can't help feeling that they operate without any strategic plan. They attack from one incident to another. They're non-sentient, as the doctor put it.
So what, they're stupid? And that's why they can't be hostile? It's absolute nonsense.
Well, it could be. Yasna, what do you think?
They're not stupid or hostile, but rather programmed to react to radio waves, to brain waves.
How?
They're breaking down communications to thwart the exchange of information.
So... they see no difference between a man and a machine? They take our brains for transmitters. That's why they're attacking us?
Exactly.
Wait, what species are you talking about?
Dr. Yasna found various traces of conflict, lasting for hundreds of thousands of generations.
Both living organisms and mechanical creators of the cloud, as well as other products of dead evolution. The list is quite long.
Hang on. Creators?
Yes. Millions of years ago, someone must have built primordial mechanisms. Machines could have self-built in successive generations, but something must have created them first.
I don't buy it. It's like some robot fables.
No, Rachel, these are no fables. We have gathered evidence for all this.
How did these machines even get here? Who built them?
Our cyberneticist had a hypothesis before he lost consciousness.
About the Lyrans.
Yes, that one.
Lyrans. It does ring a bell. Wasn't there a book about them?
The Cranian's monograph. According to his notes, before the explosion of Zeta Lyra, the sixth planet of the system was inhabited by intelligent beings. Let's say their scout ship landed here and that a disaster occurred. Some kind of reactor explosion, chain reaction. Suffice to say, the wreckage that landed on Regis III had no living beings on board.
Only the machine survived.
And then what? They started bashing in each other's tin heads? Doesn't make much sense to me. Machines don't have emotions. They don't argue.
First things first. Millions of years ago, some highly advanced race sent machines to Regis III. And these were specialized homeostatic mechanisms, left with no one to command them. As an engineer, you know well how it is. A robot does what it needs to do, whether it serves someone or not. At first, they probably just repaired themselves, or built a home for their dead masters.
Until something forced them to change.
Exactly. Certain types of predator eat anything that moves. So I'm betting they were attacked by local fauna. The key was that these machines had the ability to produce others as needed. To combat, say, flying reptiles, they started producing flying machines.
That still doesn't explain why they started fighting among themselves. Since they already defeated the living organisms, why keep producing themselves? It makes no sense.
You know what? I'm not gonna do details, because I mean, it is a game about about the book, and quite interesting to know the lore behind it. So,
What's a guiding principle of a homeostat?
I don't...
That was a rhetorical question. It's all about survival in changing conditions, even the harshest ones. Further forms of necroevolution were no longer threatened by the local fauna, but they had to find sources of energy and materials from which they could produce replacement parts and offspring. Originally, their descendants were undoubtedly powered by radiant radiation, but on Regis, there are no radioactive elements at all.
Sounds familiar. When the energy runs out, you have to wheel and deal.
Yes, the default source wasn't available anywhere, so they had to look for an alternative. There was a severe energy crisis and a conflict among the machines. Simply put, they fought to survive, exist. That's what evolution is all about selection.
Wait, Doctor. We've established that these beings are mindless. Shouldn't the organisms with the most developed nervous systems win the game of evolution? In this case, instead of a nervous system, there was some kind of electrical one, but the principle remains the same.
Not exactly, sir. The most advanced of the mechanisms that landed here derived energy from their own radioactive resources. Simpler devices such as small repair systems could have had solar panels. And in that case, would have had a significant advantage over the others.
But the other ones could defend themselves. They could attack.
With atomic power, yes, that's possible. But I see it differently. In necroevolution, the most successful beings were those that excelled in miniaturization above all else. Also, the sedentary creations. The former gave rise to the cloud, which the flies form when necessary, in pursuit of a common interest. Meanwhile, the sedentary ones gave rise to a peculiar species of metallic vegetation. Those structures formed the city.
So, it's still functional?
No. For some reason, the city lost a fight for survival. And now, there are only rusting remains. Only one form survived. The microbots that conquered the land on Regis III.
So, these flies just adapted best?
To the conditions of this planet. Yes, that's how it works.
So, to summarize, some alien race sent advanced robots to Regis III. Local dinosaur-like monsters tried to eat them, so the robots produced other robots, which produced more and more robots, until they fell victim to their own overproduction. After a number of iterations and wars for resources, they spat out the murderous cloud, which took over the planet.
Indeed. To put it simply...
For me, the matter is perfectly clear. It makes no sense to bomb these creatures. I'll even say it's a greater danger to us than to them.
But how else do you imagine defeating the cloud?
Well, that's the thing. I don't. It's invincible. Yasna, do you agree?
Well...
oh, I kind of agree. It's no point.
I very much agree. Another attack
And I
would
think
make
I
no
can
difference.
hit that
Just a
guy
few
with a
flies
syringe.
enough, the
Oh, that
cloud
would be
to
fun.
regenerate.
What if we destroy their nests?
No, Ritra. Unless we want to destroy the entire planet, it's impossible to eliminate them all. And even then, there's no guarantee they would die in space. After all, the flies need no air, water, or food. Only solar energy.
But what else can we do, if not attack?
Just leave the fucking place, I would say.
The Invincible is near. We can wait for its arrival.
Huh, right.
That is one solution. Although I was hoping you'd come back to Dragonfly. Back home.
That was actually what I was planning though, but...
Done. Warheads are armed. One more press of a button, and there'll be no turning back. I can't.
That was close.
I'm suspending all actions leading to conflict. But what should I do now?
Well, we have a lander. So you can get to the Dragonfly.
All of us?
Yes. Your men are welcome on board.
I'm going back. And you, Rahitra? Are you flying with us?
You actually mean it? Damn. Thank you. But I can't leave just before my people arrive. I have to tell them about the cloud, necroevolution, this whole mess.
But you...
I can handle it, Yasna. I'll take the stimulants and hold out until they arrive. Whatever it takes to stay awake. Maybe I can write it all down.
Wouldn't it be better if you took my diary? It contains everything I've learned.
Huh. As long as your commander doesn't mind.
Please take it, Comrade Rahitra. There are no more factions on this forsaken planet. We're all just people here.
Thank you. For this and... for everything else.
I've prepared Hopper for departure, but there's still a matter of access to the landing pad on the bow.
Navik, how do you know about our landing pad?
Well, you know what they say? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Astrogator likes big ships.
Right. Anyway, someone has to break the force field and open the dome.
The field automatically deactivates when the dome is opened. It's the same switch on the control station.
All right. Sounds simple enough.
Open the dome above the landing pad. Really, if I know where I'm supposed to go. Oh, here I guess.
Okay, got it. Everything's ready, Astrogator.
Copy that. Hopper is on its way.
Good luck, Rahitra.
Thanks. I'm gonna need it. Have a safe flight, Yasna. Your Commonwealth ain't all that bad.
And I never got to use my syringe. Oh.
Yasna, can you hear me?
Yes. We've reconnected.
Great. Hopper is just landing.
Wow, already?
It went smoothly. The landing pad is generous in proportion.
Like everything here. I can see Hopper. I can't believe I'm finally coming back to you.
I'm very happy to hear it, Yasna.
Me too, it's just... It was such a long and difficult mission.
Here we have the cloud. Oh well. If that dude down there wanna fire some more heads, be my guest. I'm gonna go home.
Are you ready?
I'll just close the hatch and...
Oh.
And what?
Oh. Oh, this is kind of interesting. You know what? Let's bring the flies.
Never mind. I'm gonna strap myself in now.
A lot more fun to make havoc on another planet.
Ready.
Copy that. Hopper is taking off in 3, 2, 1.
there's actually 11 different endings to this game. And we only chosen one way of playing the game. But in all honesty, there's plenty of other sources out there on YouTube that will showcase all the 11 endings. And after my gameplay here, I actually had a look at it. And you know what, I'm not going to bring anything to the table by replaying half of the game 11 times just to get pretty much the same ending. So if you're interested in that, just do a quick search on YouTube and you will see all the endings. Most of the videos are about 40 to 50 minutes long. But the ending we got, and of course I had to do it in Hollywood style, which means we of course are gonna bring the flies with us home. So you can go into the comic section of the game and you can actually see different endings you are getting. So the ending we chose, it was Yasna boards the lander with a jar of flies, which begins to activate during the flight. So I guess, yeah, maybe not the best ending. Best ending would be to throw out the jar before we left, but hey, we're gonna stick to the Hollywood script here, right? And as I said earlier, it's a prologue to the books itself. They stay true to the story most of the time, and a lot of times they don't, such as the mission we just played. That one never happened in the book. But the concept and the things around us is in the books. So yeah. So yeah, that's the Invincible for you. I guess we don't need any explanation for the lore, because we pretty much got it laid out for us here at the end. 11-bit Studios, definitely looking forward to the next game, which shouldn't be that many weeks away from us. But that one, on the other hand, is gonna be a survival, exploring, story-driven adventure game or something. You can find it on Steam at least. It's called The Altars. You can download the demo. We actually did it here on the channel earlier. And, it was a lot of fun. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Even if it was quite different from what we usually play here at the channel, it was nice to have a little break and do something completely different, even if it wasn't everyone's cup of tea. So I'm just gonna let the end screen roll here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.